Yo, hockey fans, stop scrolling. The 2024 to 2025 NHL season was nuts, and these 15 plays are wild. You won't believe number 1. It's history. Let's do this. Number 15. Man, Mikko Rantanen just burned his old team. March 16, 2025, he's new with Dallas after a trade, playing Colorado. At 12:47 of the second, Rantanen grabs the puck, fakes out a pass, and slides a wraparound past Alexander Georgiev. Boom! 3-2 stars. X-fans were yelling he's a beast. NHL.com says Rantanen got 40 goals this year, and this one, pure revenge. He made Ball Arena go dead quiet, and Dallas fans were going crazy. Scoring on your old squad in your first game? That's big-time swagger. Sportsnet said that trade shook the whole league, and Rantanen showed why he's a star. This play's nuts, cause it's not just a goal. It's him saying, "I'm back." Colorado's bench was stunned, and X was all about Rantanen owning it. That fire's unreal. I watched this play 5 times, and it still gives me chills. Dallas turned it up after this, pushing for playoffs. But hold up, number 14's even wilder, cause a goalie's about to flip the game. Number 14, Connor Hellebuyck just broke hearts. January 22nd, 2025. Winnipeg's tied 2-2 with Tampa in overtime. Nikita Kucherov flying in on a breakaway, ready to end it. But at 4:12, Hellebuyck slides across, snags the puck with his glove like it's nothing. Pure robbery. Jets won 3-2 seconds later. X was screaming, "That's a Vezina lock!" NHL.com says Hellebuyck's .925 save percentage led the league, and this save, that's why. Tampa's bench was stunned, and Winnipeg fans were losing it. I mean, stealing a game like that in overtime? That's a goalie flexing. ESPN called it a playoff clincher, cause the Jets were battling for Central Division glory. Hellebuyck's been a beast all year with 47 wins per Sportsnet. This play's nuts, cause it's not just a save, it's a dagger to Tampa's hopes. I got chills watching Kucherov skate away, head down. That's the kind of moment you tell your buddies about. Winnipeg rode this high straight to the postseason. But hold up, number 13's got a kid making everybody's jaw drop. Number 13, Lane Hudson's a rookie with ice in his veins. December 14th, 2024, Montreal's down 1-0 to Winnipeg. At 18:32 of the third, Hudson, this 21-year-old defenseman, picks up the puck, dances past 2 Jets, and snipes top shelf past Connor Hellebuyck. Boom, game tied, Habs win 2-1. X was going nuts, hyping his Calder run. NHL.com says it's Hudson's first NHL goal, and Sportsnet notes he's the 3rd rookie defenseman in Habs history to hit 20 points in 30 games. This kid's 5'9", but he's a giant out there. I mean, a rookie out skating pros and roofing it? That's guts. ESPN says Hudson's 58 assists led all rookies, and this goal sparked Montreal's playoff push. The Bell Center was shaking, and fans were chanting his name. It's crazy, cause it's not just a snipe, it's a kid proving he belongs. I watched this and felt like cheering with the crowd. But hold up, number 12's got a dude bombing one from way downtown that'll make your eyes pop. Number 12, man. Cale Makar's out here sniping from downtown. February 6th, 2025. Colorado's down 3-2 to Vancouver. At 9:14 of the third, Makar grabs the puck at center ice, winds up, and rips a 92-mile-per-hour shot bar down past Artur Silovs. Boom, game tied. Avs wins 4-3. X was yelling, "He's a cheat code." NHL.com says Makar's 30 goals made him the 9th defenseman ever to hit that mark. First, since 2008, ESPN notes his 92 points led all blue liners. I mean, a defenseman bombing it from that far? That's nuts. Sportsnet said Vancouver's bench was shook and Ball Arena was electric. This play's crazy because it's not just a goal. It's Makar proving he's a Norris beast. I watched this and my jaw hit the floor. Colorado rode this to a playoff spot, and Makar's shot had fans buzzing all season. That's the kind of moment you rewind over and over. But hold up, number 11's got a guy stealing a playoff game with some serious heart. Number 11, Colin Blackwell's a playoff hero. April 21st, 2025. Dallas is tied 3-3 with Colorado in Game 2. At 17:46 of overtime, Blackwell's shot pings off Sam Steele, and an AV's defenseman rolls loose, and he smacks it past Alexander Georgiev. Boom, 4-3 stars. X was screaming, "4th liner clutch." ESPN says Blackwell, a 32-year-old journeyman, was a healthy scratch in Game 1, but coach Pete DeBoer called him an energy beast. NHL.com notes his 17 points in 63 games. And this goal, it evens the series? I mean, a grinder stealing overtime in the playoffs? That's heart. Sportsnet said Dallas fans went wild, and Blackwell's teammates mobbed him. This play's nuts, cause it's not just a goal, it's a guy nobody expected saving the day. I got goosebumps watching him circle back can bury it? X-Posts called it a career moment for the Harvard grad. That's the kind of story you tell forever. But hold up, number 10's got a legend dishing a pass so filthy, it'll make your head spin. Number 10, man, Sidney Crosby's still dishing sauce like a boss. February 12, 2025, Canada's up 2-1 on USA at the Four Nations face-off. At 8:09 of the second, Crosby's behind the net, fakes a wraparound, and flips a no-look backhand pass to Nathan MacKinnon, who snipes it past Jeremy Swayman. Boom, 3-1. X was losing it, calling it filthy. NHL.com says Crosby's 5 points led the tourney, and Sportsnet dubbed this pass a highlight reel gem. I mean, a 37-year-old pulling that off in a best-on-best game? That's nuts. ESPN noted Crosby's 91 points this season, with 27 on the power play, showing he's still a beast. Canada's bench was hype, and USA fans were just shook. This play's crazy because it's not just a pass, it's Sid proving he's timeless. I watched this and yelled at my screen. X-Posts were all about Crosby schooling kids half his age. That's why he's the captain. But hold up, number 9's got a rookie dropping jaws with a goal so wild it'll make you jump. Number 9 man, Macklin Celebrini, a rookie lighting up the league. October 10th, 2024, San Jose is down 1-0 to St. Louis in his NHL debut. At 7:01 of the first, Celebrini, just 18, pulls a spin-o-rama near the boards, tries a pass to William Eklund, but it hits Matt Kessel's skate and sneaks past Joel Hofer. Boom, 1-1. X was buzzing, calling him a stud. ESPN says he's the second fastest number 1 pick to score in a debut, only behind Mario Lemieux. NHL.com notes he added an assist too for a 2-point night. I mean, a kid doing that in his first game? That's nuts. Sportsnet said SAP Center was roaring, and Sharks fans were hyped for their future star. This play's crazy because it's not just a goal, it's Celebrini showing he's a game changer. I watched this and felt the rink shake. X-Posts were all about his Hobie Baker swagger. He's got 63 points this season, per NHL.com. That's a Calder lock. But hold up, number 8's got a goalie pulling off a save so wild it'll make you scream. Number 8, Linus Ullmark a wall out there. December 5th, 2024, Ottawa's tied 2-2 with Florida. At 19:56 of the third, Sam Reinhart fires point blank, but Ullmark dives, stacks his paddle, and robs it clean. Game stays alive. Sens win 3-2 in overtime. X was hyping it, calling it the save of the year. NHL.com says Ullmark's .915 save percentage was top tier, and Sportsnet noted his 37 saves that night. I mean, a goalie diving like that with seconds left? That's nuts. ESPN called it a playoff push spark, and Florida's bench was just stunned. This play's crazy because it's not just a save. It's Ullmark saying, "Not today." I watched this, and my heart was pounding. X-Posts were all about his Vezina vibes, especially after his 33 wins this season. Per NHL.com, Ottawa fans were screaming, and it felt like the rink was gonna burst. That's the kind of moment you show your kids. But hold up, number 7's got a star going off with a hat trick that'll make you lose it. Number 7 man, David Pasternak's torching the Rangers. February 1st, 2025, Boston's up 2-1. At 5:27 of the third, Pasternak snipes a wrister past Igor Shesterkin, then roofs a one-timer at 7:19 and seals his hat trick with an empty netter at 19:12. Boom, 5-2 Bruins. X was hyping it, calling him a beast. Sportsnet says Pasternak's 10-game point streak led the NHL, and Boston.com notes his 4 points that night tied his season high. I mean, a hat trick in front of TD Garden fans? That's nuts. NHL.com says his 43 goals were top 5 league-wide. Rangers bench shook, and Bruins fans were throwing hats like crazy. This play's wild because it's not just goals, it's Pasternak carrying a struggling team. I watched this and felt the crowds roar. ESPN says his 106 points kept Boston in playoff talks. That's heart from a guy who lost his captain per 10 posts. He's a one-man show. But hold up, number 6's got a captain going clutch in the playoffs with a goal so filthy it'll make you yell. Number 6, Nick Suzuki's a clutch king. January 10, 2025, Montreal's tied 2-2 with Washington. At 1:15 of overtime, Suzuki bolts to the net, fakes out Logan Thompson, and flips a backhand past him. Boom, 3-2 Habs. X was buzzing, calling it ice cold. Sportsnet says Suzuki's second straight OT winner sparked Montreal's 9-1-0 run, and NHL.com notes his 89 points led the team. I mean, a 25-year-old captain burying it in overtime? That's nuts. ESPN said Washington's bench was stunned, and Habs fans were screaming their heads off. This play's wild, cause it's not just a goal, it's Suzuki carrying his team to the playoffs. I watched this and felt my heart race. X-Posts were hyping his 30 goals, tying his career high, per NHL.com. He's the guy you want in crunch time, no question. Sportsnet called it a turning point for Montreal's season, pushing them into playoff talks. That's why he's the captain. But hold up, number 5's got a star blasting a shot so crazy, it'll make your jaw drop. Number 5. Leon Draisaitl sniping from another planet. January 14, 2025, Edmonton's down 3-2 to LA. At 17:45 of the third, Draisaitl grabs a pass, winds up from the face-off dot, and blasts a 95 miles per hour one-timer past David Riddick. Boom, game tied. Oilers won 4-3. X was freaking out, calling it a rocket. NHL.com says Draisaitl's 52 goals led the league, and Sportsnet noted his 106 points were top 5. I mean, a shot like that from so far out? That's nuts. ESPN said LA's bench was stunned, and Oilers fans were screaming their heads off. This play's wild because it's not just a goal, it's Draisaitl proving he's a game changer. I watched this and my jaw was on the floor. X-Posts were hyping his Rocket Richard Trophy run, per NHL.com. He's a beast, carrying Edmonton to the playoffs despite injuries. That's the kind of moment you replay all day. But hold up, number 4's got a team passing so slick it'll make you cheer like crazy. Number 4, man, Minnesota's passing game is straight up sick. November 14th, 2024, Wild's down 1-0 to Montreal. At 13:22 of the second, Kirill Kaprizov grabs the puck, fires it to Matt Zuccarello, who dishes a quick pass to Matt Boldy, and he buries it past Sam Montembeault. Boom, 1-1. X was buzzing, calling it tic-tac-toe perfection. Sportsnet said Boldy's 29 goals led the Wild, and NHL.com notes Kaprizov's 78 points were top 10 league-wide. I mean, 3 passes that fast against a tight Habs defense? That's nuts. ESPN said Montreal's bench was stunned, and Xcel Energy Center fans were losing it. This play's wild because it's not just a goal, it's teamwork making the Habs look silly. I watched this and felt the rink explode. X-Posts were hyping Minnesota's 52 wins, per NHL.com, pushing them to the playoffs. It's like they were toying with the defense. Sportsnet called it a highlight of their Central Division run. That's why the Wild are beasts. But hold up, number 3's got a superstar pulling a move so nasty it'll make you scream. Number 3, man, Connor McDavid's making defenders look silly. January 29, 2025, Edmonton's up 2-1 on Colorado. At 6:17 of the third, McDavid grabs the puck, pulls a spin-o-rama past Cale Makar, dangles Parker Kelly, and tucks a backhand past Alexander Georgiev. Boom, 3-1. X was losing it, calling it filthy. Sportsnet said McDavid's 100 points led the NHL, and ESPN noted his 31 goals were top 10. I mean, a spin-o-rama on one of the best defensemen? That's nuts. NHL.com says his 11-game point streak was unreal, and this goal sealed a playoff push. Colorado's bench was stunned, and Oilers fans were screaming their heads off. This play's wild because it's not just a goal, it's McDavid showing he's the best. I watched this and my heart was racing. X-Posts were hyping his Hart Trophy vibes, per Sportsnet. He's a one-man highlight reel, carrying Edmonton despite injuries. That's why he's the captain. But hold up, number 2's got a goalie doing something so rare it'll make you jump out of your seat. Number 2, Alex Nedeljkovic making history. January 17, 2025, Pittsburgh's up 4-2 on Buffalo. At 17:18 of the third, Sabres pull their goalie, and Nedeljkovic grabs a dump in, launches it from behind his net, and it slides into the empty net. Boom, 5-2. X was going nuts, yelling he's a sniper. The Athletic says he's the first goalie ever with a goal and assist in one game, and NHL.com notes he's the 16th NHL goalie to score. I mean, a goalie scoring from 180 feet? That's wild. ESPN said Buffalo's bench was stunned, and Penguins fans were screaming their heads off. This play's crazy because it's not just a goal, it's Nedeljkovic rewriting the record books. I watched this and jumped out of my chair. X-Posts were hyping his 40 saves that night, per Sportsnet. He's a beast, sparking Pittsburgh's playoff push, per NHL.com's 14-15-5 record. That's a moment you'll never forget. But hold up, number 1's got a star breaking a record so epic it'll give you goosebumps. Number 1, man, Alex Ovechkin just made history. April 6th, 2025, Caps are down 2-0 to the Islanders. At 7:26 of the second, Ovechkin sets up in his office, takes a pass from Tom Wilson, and rips a power play wrister past Ilya Sorokin Sorokin, boom, goal 895. X was wild, chanting Ovi. ESPN says he broke Gretzky's 894 goal record, and NHL.com notes his 44 goals led the Caps. I mean, a 39-year-old passing the Great One? That's nuts. The Athletic said UBS Arena paused for 25 minutes with Gretzky there shaking his hand. Caps fans were screaming, and the Islanders bench was stunned. This play's epic because it's not just a goal, it's Ovechkin cementing his legend. I watched this and got goosebumps. X posts were hyping his 73 points per Sportsnet despite a broken leg. He's a beast, carrying Washington to the playoffs. The Athletic called it the biggest moment in hockey history. That's why it's #1. Hit that like button if you're hyped for Ovi, and subscribe for more crazy plays. Whoa man, what a season. From Rantanen's revenge to Ovi's epic 895th goal, these plays had us screaming. Hockey's wild, and these moments prove it. X is still buzzing about Ovi's record per NHL.com. So, what are you waiting for? Smash that like if you're hyped, subscribe for more puck insanity, and drop a comment. What's your favorite play? Let's keep the rink rocking.